try something new today. We're gonna do this is Riverside. We're doing it through, which is it's cool because Riverside, I can actually send a link to somebody. They can upload it and go right on their phone, and we could do an interview with them, and they could do it right through their phone. Like the camera will come through their phone, everything. Mm-hmm. It's pretty neat, kind of a neat thing. So it is a first time we're gonna try that and see what happens with that one.
Let me use your phone.
Huh?
Let me use your phone.
Oh, you want to get on there with the Facebook?
Yeah, because I can't see shit. I ain't got mine. I'm just used to it now.
Okay. Yeah, right. I get it. Should be there. Live. There it is. Live. There you go.
Can't believe I left my phone at home. Who does that?
Leaves the house without a phone? Not nowadays. Why would you do that?
You failed, you big dummy.
Oh, yeah, you couldn't wait.
We got to get some sound effects going. But yeah, now it's recording in there. You got the sound on over there. Turn it down.
Oh, you wanted to hear it? Oh, look. There we go.
It's different. That's a new phone. That is a new phone. I got all my notes in that phone. I don't know what to talk about now.
Scotty's on.
Yeah, that's I keep all my notes in there. I don't know what the heck to do now.
Let's talk about
what do I talk about?
Let's talk about
Morning, Scotty.
Let's talk about your food this week.
The food this week, man. We had, it was a big week for food here. You know what I'm saying? Huge, huge. Oh shit! Yeah, I'm not even on the mic. There we go. How's that sound?
Yeah. I could lower it down.
There we go. All right. Oops. Oopsie doodle.
All right. So we had the jambalaya and we had steak this week.
And a fish fry.
And a fish fry, yeah.
And a fish fry.
Good week.
Yeah, real good week. That jambalaya hit. That was your best batch. Everybody agrees.
Oh, my God.
Everybody agrees. Everybody.
I don't care.
Everybody. They all say the same thing. It is the best batch ever. So, whether you admit it or want it to be or not, it is.
They were all the same.
No, no, that one hit a little different. It just hit a little different.
Because you're not comparing it next to each other. You can compare it to a year, and the year before, and the year before, and the year before. It was all the same.
I mean, every year it's delicious. Good morning, Jeff. I'm seeing messages today for some reason. I wonder why. Did you see what I put on for the Valentine dinner that we did? Because we did yesterday was crab legs and ribeye, $29.99. You got garlic mashed. I mean, it was a nice spread. I put white tablecloths out. You went and got candles and white tablecloths. We put them out on the table. Turned the lights down. First thing Amanda Santiago does when she walks in is she turns the lights on. I go, wait a minute, whoa, that's not the. She goes, but they're supposed to be on. I go, no, not today.
You taking her out of her element. She didn't like that.
So that was the first thing she did. So yeah, we had the steak and crab legs yesterday, and Joe Bennett comes in last minute. We were going to do the whole dinner for $39.99. And Joe Bennett comes in last minute, and he goes, you know what? I want it to be good. I want it to do good. I got a lot of friends coming up, blah, blah, blah. He gives me the crab legs for freaking half the price of the original ones. The big ones, too, not the little ones. Yeah. He gives them to me half the price for the day. So, I mean, it was amazing. I mean, so I hurry up, drop the price, you know what I mean? And it did pretty well. I mean, it didn't do, as good as I hoped. I think it could have done better on Wednesday. Honestly, not this Wednesday, because this Wednesday would have been, it was Ash Wednesday, but I think that Valentine Day, the actual day, like next week or next year, probably be Thursday. I think it'll do better if you do it on the actual day and do that same deal, just like we had. I think it could do great. Yeah, I mean, it did good yesterday anyway. But.
You trying to lock Joe in at that price?
Well, I mean, he was here selling some seafood and stuff. He was doing his thing, and he likes to come up and hang out and let everybody get to see him, and you know what I mean. He gets to meet or see people he ain't seen in a while. And his birthday was Friday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he was out drinking and carrying on Friday night too. So That's the reason he didn't come for the actual fish fry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was, oh man, was it good? I mean, it was a hell of a dinner. The ribeye and I bought the good ribeyes, the one I do the prime ribs with, not the ones I usually cut for steaks. So you had a nice big ribeye, and then you had, the crab legs and garlic mashed and broccoli and a side salad. I mean, it was perfect. I mean, it had everything you could imagine. So that one did well. The fish fry was phenomenal. We did great with the fish fry.
We always do good on that one, huh?
We do, but I think that people are starting to learn, because there's a lot of places that just aren't doing fish anymore. And it's making me consider doing it like all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I mean, just do it. I mean, because people are just stopping now, like Slovak and Polish, but they're just not doing it no more. They're just, you know what I mean? They're just not doing it every week. They're doing it now because it's Lent, but they're not doing it, on the regular. So I think that people are missing that regular fish fry, but I don't think you do as well every week. You know what I mean? But
Right.
I think it could do better. For one, I honestly think that our fish is better than most, in my opinion. I really like ours better than everyone else's. My genuine, like, every time I go back there, to somewhere else to try it, you know what I mean? It's always the issue. Is somebody just knock, or is she down in the dish room?
It's down in the dish room, probably.
That on-air sign's on, they should know.
Yeah. Put the mitts on when you're doing the dishes.
Yeah, quiet down there, would you? What the hell? Yeah, she's definitely in the dish room. But the fish fry did great, but we had that. We had the pierogies with, I mean, not with the dinner, but you could order pierogies. We had the mac and cheese, and I took it and I put the panko breading on top, and we were browning it. Oh my God, it was so good. So good. So I ate a lot. I definitely ate a lot this week. That jambalaya, man, holy crap. I don't even know.
I see you taking like a bucket home. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. Well, because her dad was coming by and stuff too.
Well,
You
what
know
it
I
was
mean?
was I made the first pot the day before so that I could have a relaxing start on the next day. And I looked and I was like, it's half gone already. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, it was going quick. It was going real quick. I mean, it was good. It was really good. I was loving it.
Yeah.
I ate real good. Real good.
I'm glad that's only once a year.
Yeah, it's a lot on you, you think?
Sometimes.
You don't enjoy it?
No, I enjoy it. I like cooking.
But it's different when you got to cook mass amounts than it is cooking a little bit. You know what I mean? It's one thing to cut up like 4 sausages. It's another to cut up like 60 sausages. You know what I mean?
It's a little much sometimes, but it's all right.
Yeah.
And I like you said, I think the sausages was a lot better this year, though.
Oh, I think so. I think that's what made the difference. I think that they had just the right amount of spice. Because I don't like hot, but that had heat, but it was, you know what I mean?
So you could still get flavor out of it without burning up your mouth.
Yeah, right, and sweating and, you know what I mean? I don't like it when it's,
Yeah, but I know people, like, they'll just tell me that it's not spicy enough, and I'm like, holy shit, what do you want? Like, you want your rope off of your mouth.
Yeah, I don't like it to be too hot. I'm a wuss like that.
Yeah, it was a good batch, though.
It was real good. Real good. Actually, the other one that you did that was real good, that was the second best batch you did, was the poker run.
What did I make for that?
Same thing.
Oh, did I? I don't know.
Yeah, you did the same thing for the poker run, and it was.
Oh, yeah,
it was.
I remember they was.
Oh,
yeah,
it was just
it was
as good, I
crazy.
think. Oh, not as good. I think this one was still better.
Here we go.
But it was good. I'm telling you, it was good. I promise. That was everybody said it's the best one. How can everybody say it and it not be true?
Because you're comparing from a year ago. It was so good last year, everybody said the same thing. That's why I remember. I'm like, everybody keeps saying it was better than last year. I'm like, it was kind of the same.
I love it.
And they just keep on and on and on. And I'm like, no, it's the same.
Tom said, what's a Rican know about doing jambalaya? He goes, but I bet it's good. His cooking always is good. Because he comes in for breakfast and stuff. You know?
It's funny because I was telling you, I got a friend that had his in-laws in from Louisiana. And he brought some home and they was like, oh, he must be from Louisiana. And he says, no, he's not. And they're like, no, he got to be. I was like, no.
You faking it.
Yeah, I was faking it. I'm faking
He
it.
faked it. He faked it very well.
I think when I was cooking, I had that southern accent, too.
You was talking like what's his name? What's that? What's that?
Bam! That dude's from Louisiana, too, ain't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But what is it? Damn it, I can't remember.
I can't remember his name. Somebody will tell
Put
us.
that on a crack-a-doo.
No, not that dude. I'm talking about the older dude.
No, I'm talking about that guy. Put that on a crack-a-doo.
Remember the one that used to smack the seasoning in there? And he go, bam!
No, I don't know who that is. No, I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, yeah. He was a big one.
No, I don't know nothing about him.
Yeah, he got all kinds of restaurants and shit.
That's what this guy has a bunch now, too.
Oh, I'm sure. He started off on TikTok with all that bullshit, huh?
Yep, TikTok. And I heard, too, like, because that one guy, I watch him, and I've just started watching him probably like 2 months ago. And I watch him on TikToks is where I started watching him. Now I'll go watch his whole YouTube videos. But he was, I guess, an attorney. And he's like, he goes camping. It's Outdoor Boys is what it's called. He goes camping and he like records it. And he goes in Alaska and goes like, and he's like out in the middle of the snow and like digs like these badass like caves and like uses hot tents and all kinds of cool shit. But I first started seeing him on TikTok. But I saw that like over the last 6 months since he stepped up his TikTok game, that he's really taken off. Like his views are, I think they showed like in 6 months he made $500,000 just in TikTok views, not even counting any kind of royalty or whatever you want to call it.
Emerald.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
He looks like he's Italian, but he's like real southern. He's been cooking for years.
Really?
I haven't seen him in a long time. He did commercials. He did all kinds of stuff.
I have no idea who that is.
Nah, once you see him, you'll be like, oh, it's one of them things.
I doubt it.
I promise you.
I doubt it.
Okay. I guarantee.
Whatever.
I'm going to take that thing away from your ass.
I was thinking we should do a thing on here because it's got all the animal sounds. We should go through and see if, because they're like aardvark, like that. Like,
take it home.
who's going to guess it? Who's going to guess it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. Who's going to guess that?
Ogle didn't get none, did he?
Ogle? I'm sure he did. Why wouldn't he have?
I didn't see it.
I would imagine he did. Usually he does. Okay. He usually don't miss any of that good stuff. Not usually. Not that I know of anyway. But,
yeah, that's right. I did make it for that poker run that one time, yeah.
Oh, they loved it. They absolutely loved it. That's one, we need to add that into the poker run because like they like Amanda's lasagna and now your jambalaya when you made it. That's their favorites. Well, I had the Super Bowl last one where it was the beginning of the Super Bowl Sunday.
Hold on, before you get on that.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you one question on that.
What's that?
Do you think they're rigged?
The Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's say football in general.
I don't know. I really don't. I honestly don't. I mean, shit just happens the way it happens.
Is the world flat? That's how it is. Because half the people are saying, yeah, it's rigged.
Well, everybody says it's rigged, but that's too many moving parts to it. In my opinion, it's too many moving parts to make it rigged. That's too many. Somebody would come out and be like, yeah, they had me do this. Or they do
have people coming out saying that.
Where? I ain't never seen that.
Shit, you better start getting on it. I'm telling you, yeah.
I never seen that.
Okay. Huh?
That's
going in the garbage. But yeah. Oh god. But look, for real, there's so much stuff that kind of points to it now.
There's just too many things. People just don't. It's too many moving parts. It would be out already by a long shot.
You could do it with just the refs. What do you mean too many moving parts?
Well, the refs can't do everything. I mean, they definitely can change somewhat of the outcome of the game.
Sometimes one play could change the game. One play.
Sports are just how they are, dude. I mean, you run. I mean, there's so many factors that play into a game. I mean, it depends on how, time of possession and how exhausted you are. Like, all of a sudden they'll say, oh, their defense was great for 3 quarters, just couldn't do nothing in the fourth. Well, yeah, they're fucking exhausted now. You know what I mean? Or it's just, I don't know. I mean, your legs get tired. Everything that's, I don't know. I don't buy into it too much. No.
I don't know.
I really don't. I think that's just how it is. Well, the thing is, they said that, like, San Francisco didn't even realize what the overtime rules were. Did you see that?
I thought, yeah.
They didn't even understand that the playoffs.
You can still get the ball. They still get a chance.
Yeah, they didn't understand that, like, each person gets a possession first or something. I don't understand how they didn't know that. And they keep saying the rule changed, but I thought that's always been the playoff rule.
No. First one to score, isn't it?
I think that's regular season, but I think playoffs always have been each person gets a chance to get the ball.
I don't think so.
I think that's regular season is the first person to score, but in a playoff, it's the first person to score after each person's had the ball.
I don't know.
And I thought it's always been that way. So that's where I'm confused about, because I remember hearing that rule and thinking it was stupid 10 years ago.
You think it's stupid for each of them to get a possession?
I think it should be timed again. I think it should just be a timed overtime. That's what I think. I mean, every other sport out there
you could be going on
doesn't
forever.
change.
For a Super Bowl?
Why would you go on forever?
What was the way you said?
Just time it, you know? Just time it. Maybe it's only a 10-minute quarter or something, but time it. That's what I think.
Hey,
yeah.
so if they had it they had it where each person gets a possession, why would they even put a clock on?
I don't get that either. Yeah, I don't understand it either. I don't know. But they do.
Well, I would understand the possession clock, but that's it.
Yeah, I don't understand it, why it's like that. I mean, each person gets a possession.
Well, I guess it would go into double overtime, I guess. Yeah. So I get why they had the clock on now.
But it's not like a full clock though. It's only a 5-minute clock.
Yeah,
Is that what it is? I think
so.
it is 5-minute clock. I just don't understand why we don't just give them like 10 minutes and that's it, and then go on. And then if it gets another one, he gets another one. Oh well. And I just don't understand it. Don't make sense to me why we would change
Because it's rigged.
the system after it goes into overtime. It just I don't like the idea of it. I never have. No other sport does that. Like in basketball, it goes into. It's not like, oh, the first basket wins or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just weird. I mean, in baseball, you run another inning. So, you're tied in the bottom of the ninth, you go into the 10th. You're tied in the bottom of the 10th, you go into the 11th. But it's still a full inning. They don't stop you know what I mean? It just doesn't, I just don't like it. I think it's.
There was some weird shit going on at that clock on that game, though.
Yeah, I seen that. There was.
Everybody's showing that one.
There was not only that, there was a down issue too, which wouldn't have mattered. They still would have won, but
Yeah.
there was a down issue where he gets second and 1
Then
or
they
something
said
like that,
first
and then
and-
first and 10, yeah, something like that. I forget what.
Yeah, I don't think that one would have made that much of a difference.
No, it wouldn't have.
Could have.
The most important thing that went out of that was a big screw up is definitely San Francisco not knowing
The rules of the overtime.
that the smart move is to take the ball first or to give the ball away. That way you know what's going on, because it's like Kansas City,
Yeah, if you just scored a field goal, then you got to score a touchdown.
Right, because you wouldn't have scored that field
Right,
goal. You
right.
wouldn't even kick the field goal if you were up there and you knew we were down a touchdown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, or even the same
you
thing.
score, and you don't go for an extra 2.
Right, you go for
Right,
2
right.
point. Right, exactly. So, I mean, it definitely changes.
The way you would.
But I thought that's how it's been in playoff football forever. I thought that was the rule
I don't know.
10 years ago. I thought that's what
I
it
don't
was
watch
in
enough
playoff
football to
football.
know.
That's what I was under the impression of. That's why they keep saying the rule change in playoffs, but I think what they're saying is from regular season to playoffs. I don't think they're saying the rules changed, like they've done it differently. I don't think it's different. I think it's the same. It's just not the same as regular season.
Well, then you see where they were saying it was rigged. You see all the holding. Kansas was holding on the line.
Oh God, Myles Garrett was was held all year long.
And so then they was like, the other team.
But that becomes see, that's how it becomes like that whole. I just don't find that it'd be rigged. I just think that's like, it's just hard to sit there and watch. Like with Myles Garrett, he's overpowering everybody that comes at him. You know what I mean? And it's like everybody has to hold him to hold him. Otherwise, you can't call it every. I mean, you can, I guess, but
If you're supposed to, you're supposed to. What
but
do you
it
mean?
just seems overwhelming to do it that way.
Well,
like
then you
every
double
time.
team him or something.
Well, they do, but they still hold him after they double team him.
Well, then they triple team him. Have the fucking punter come out and hold his ass.
What did you say?
He's a beast, though. I mean, he's definitely.
yeah.
I mean, he's one that's he's just an animal. But I don't know. I mean, but I lost my ass on this one for sure.
I know that was pretty fucked up.
And if it was rigged, Kansas City was the underdog. If it was rigged, you'd want San Francisco to win because they gave away the most money for Kansas City because they were the underdog on that in this instance.
Yeah, but the way you was
For betting, I mean.
for your bets, I was like, it was almost impossible for you to lose those. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I lost everything. Everyone that I bet, because I tried FanDuel for the first time, and I put in just the stupid stuff like the parlays and the, Myles Garrett gets over this many, or not Myles Garrett, Travis Kelce gets over so many, and all this different stuff, different yards. And I didn't get any of the parlays. I didn't get any of that. I didn't get the $100 off of Tex. He ended up getting me on the $100 on there. And then I had the squares, and I bought bought them out on the $20 board, which cost me like $820. Which usually every year I buy them out if it don't get bought out, and I usually get break even, or I've even been ahead. This year I didn't get not one. I lost a whole $820 trying to buy the square. Well, I mean, and I don't do it to profit. I do it so that it could. So I'm glad that everybody got their winnings or whatever. That's cool. But I mean, I got my ass handed. It was like $1,000 day for me. I mean, last Sunday was $1,000 day. We did almost. I almost
Broke even.
I almost did the same in sales as I did. No, we did better than that. But yeah, I mean, it was just, it was a horrible day for me money-wise.
So you worked for free that day is what it is.
Pretty, well, I think it cost me money to work that day.
You failed, you big dummy.
Yeah. Oh, we got to get rid of that shit.
Oh, it's great.
Most
All right.
awesomest fail ever.
The most awesomest fail ever. You know what this one is? They had Sean record it.
Most awesome.
That's fucked up.
You know it sounds
Oh,
like
my
him. Don't
God.
lie.
Yeah. You talking all normal and all of a sudden, like, what the hell?
So yeah, that got me my ass handed to me.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
That was a
I
bad
should have
one.
bet just total opposite of what you did.
Yeah, you'd have done great.
yeah.
Yeah, you'd have
Killed
been like Tex over there.
Yeah.
You'd have been doing good.
You'd rather lose that 1,000 than give him that 100. Pretty
Nah,
close.
it don't bother me that much.
Uh,
It really don't. That one didn't bother me. The Browns one did though. When we played Texas, that bothered me. I hated that one. But that was I was betting with my heart. That was
Right.
one. I was just thinking logically that I thought San Francisco would actually win.
I thought they was going to anyways.
Yeah.
I think everybody did.
Yeah, that's why Kansas City was the underdog. They said that because of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, that the NFL took in another $400 million during the Super Bowl over any other time that they've ever done it, just because of them. Isn't that crazy?
Well, she's got a lot of fans.
I get it, but $400 million different, like that's a $500 million difference almost.
But you got to realize that
Because she was at the game, cheering him on
because everybody follows her.
with the devil worshiper,
I seen that shit was weird.
the upside down
looking
cross,
like Orphan Annie and shit.
Ice Spice. I don't even know who that is. Do you know who that is? I have no idea who that is. She's not one of the Spice Girls, is she?
I don't know what the hell she is.
I don't remember Ice Spice and Spice Girls.
I don't know.
She looks too young to be a Spice Girl.
Ryan will tell us who she is.
I don't know who she is. I have
She was
no clue.
Orphan Annie grown up.
That's what she looks like. She looked like an evil orphan Annie. Yeah, for
Who the
sure.
hell is that?
Yeah, I don't know, but she was in
We're
the.
getting old.
Yeah, you know, Amanda's mom has a friend, Her name's Jennifer Snyder. That she's a friend of Amanda's mom, and her brother is like best friends with that Travis Kelce. He's in the box all the time, like constantly. It's all the time, like because they grew up around here, you know what I mean, and so did they. So they kind of grew up and hung out together. So I wonder if he was in there with Ice Spice. I'm curious. I didn't look and see. Usually he's in the box though with like whoever's the family is. He's always there. He's like his best friend, I guess. But he did the parade. You see him do the luge down the.
I didn't watch this shit.
You didn't see it. He did he tipped the beer and he drank it right off the trophy, right on the and then they get to the end of the parade and what happens?
Yeah, big old shooting. That's crazy.
Gunfight. Yeah, teenagers. It was teenagers just arguing, is what it is. It's two teenagers arguing, is what it was.
Wow.
And they shoot, and they're both got arrested, so I don't think they hit each other at all.
But they hit everybody around them.
Yeah, they hit 21 people or something.
Wow. The safest person was the one they were standing next to.
Yeah, the one they were aiming at. That's who was safest. Yeah, you were safest if they were aiming at you.
That's horrible, man. You can't even go out and enjoy yourself without some stupid shit.
Dumbass kids. And then they, the DJ, I guess it's a DJ, popular DJ girl, was the only person that actually died so far. I guess everybody else they said is gonna survive. That's in the hospital and stuff. But some are in pretty bad shape, but they're gonna survive. But yeah, it's a horrible thing. And then they did a GoFundMe for her. The DJ Lopez is her last name. I think it's Elizabeth Lopez. No relation.
No.
Anyways, she was who it was. She was the DJ in Kansas, in Kansas City. She's a DJ there. And I guess they have a GoFundMe, and Taylor Swift donated 50,000 twice, so it's 100,000 total. And after she did, everybody jumped on and started. It made it roll like, dude, it's like almost 350,000 it's at now. You know what I mean? Just from, literally $100 donations or $200, $50 donations. It's just a lot of donations.
It's just a horrible way, like you're just out there enjoying yourself and some idiots out there.
Kids, dumb kids, stupid ass kids, And I saw something that said that whenever they were going to have the parade and they said they were going to let the schools out, they said that they knew right then that was going to be a problem because they have so much trouble with the gang violence and stuff with the teenagers there. Just ridiculous, Kids carrying guns. It's I don't know.
What, did you catch the ages by any chance?
No, I didn't catch their ages. But it just, I don't know. It's a horrible thing. I don't know what the hell, because I'm Mr. I don't want gun control, but I also don't want kids with fucking guns. Yeah. Like, how the hell are they getting guns? I don't even know what the hell you do with that. I don't know.
I think you start a law that if you're under a certain age to carry a handgun or something, you get caught. There should be a whole different penalty.
What do you mean?
Like if you're underage and you're carrying a gun, it should be like a higher penalty.
Like what, though? It's already illegal for them to have a gun. Now you want a law to stop them from having a gun.
Yeah,
but
underage.
They're breaking the law anyways. They don't give a shit.
I'm saying the penalty, to have the penalty more. Like if you get caught with a gun and you're underage, just 18, you should do automatic 3 months or something,
3 months? That don't sound long enough to me.
Okay, 6. You're that young and you're going to go do...
6 years,
I'm saying just get caught with it, not doing something with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it should be 6 years. I don't know.
No, I ain't trying to fucking ruin their lives.
If you're 16 running around with a gun, the best thing you could do is go to prison. You're going to hurt somebody.
Not for 6 years.
I agree. I think I think it's ridiculous. It should be so bad that you just won't do it. That's how I see it. It should just be so bad you're not going to do it.
Something's got to be done.
Because a 3 months ain't shit. It's probably that now. Honestly, 3 to 6 months. It's probably that.
Yeah, most of them get probation.
You think teenagers?
Yeah, they'll just get some kind of stupid probation.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. I really don't.
Unless they used it on something, like they shot it or something.
Yeah.
I'd say if you get caught with it, you're going to automatically do time, no matter what. Just do time.
I think they do. I think it is. I mean, it's already illegal. I mean, it's not like it's not illegal. It's illegal. So I don't know where that. I don't know.
But that's like if you get caught with it and you got a felony, you got a gun, you're going to automatically do X amount of years. That's what I'm saying. So if they get caught under the age, they should automatically do time.
Yeah, I guess, and it probably should have something to do with their background too, though, because like if it's like they've had like multiple break-ins and been to the detention home, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know. I don't think that's. No, I don't like it. But it's horrible. I mean, it makes me think about the Cleveland parade. You know, when we had the parade here, because we've had stupid shit going on in Cleveland, like with shootings and stuff like that. But the parade went well when we had not the Super Bowl, but the finals parade. It went really well. Of course, that was 7 years ago now, right?
It's been a while.
2016 we won. So yeah, 7 years ago. 2016, Jesus, a long time ago. Seems like it was just yesterday. LeBron's an old man now.
Yeah.
LeBron is an old man. I don't remember what else I got to talk about because of my notes. I don't know.
Be traveling with the cane.
Like that old man. That old man in his old commercial. Remember the old man that was really LeBron dressed as an old man and he was dunking and shit? Remember that old commercial? He's going to be the real life him now in a minute. I think he just only wants to play until
His son plays.
Yeah, he wants to be like the only person to play with his son, basically, I think.
Is that true?
Yeah. I think that's what the case is, yeah. I think so. I think I've even heard rumors of him going like that, like depending on whoever gets the first pick, like just taking it, or not the pick, but the pick that he'll just go to that team. It's what I heard anyways. Doesn't mean that it's true, but it's the rumor.
Yeah, well, and all them other rumors of him came to be true.
Like what?
Like leaving and all that stuff.
I didn't think he would leave.
That's what I'm saying.
I really didn't.
It came to be true.
I was so happy when he came home, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was tickled to death
What if
when
he came home next year?
I'd still be tickled. No, I'm just kidding. With his old crusty ass.
Yeah.
No, we got a good team right now anyways. I mean, we're pretty good, actually. I mean, and we're not LeBron. The thing is with LeBron, you know, and I was watching an argument with somebody the other day that we're talking about, like LeBron versus Michael Jordan, like how they always talk about the GOAT. And in hindsight, you look at it, you go, Michael Jordan's a GOAT. I mean, he just was never going to lose. He refused to lose. You know what I mean? He was the game winner, shot beater, or shot buzzer beater. I mean, he was just the guy, you know. But then when you really think about it and you start like this argument this guy was having, you're talking LeBron. You could put him on any team 6 years ago, 7 years ago. I mean, he's older now, but you could pick the bottom of the barrel, the last team on the draft right now, whoever's getting the number one pick next year. You would put him on that team, they're going to the finals. You know what I mean? I mean, he won the finals with great teams, you know, when he had Dwayne Wade and what was that kid from Toronto? Chris Bosh. He had great teams like that, but he also took us to the finals with Matthew Dellavedova and Kyrie, though. Kyrie was pretty good. But I think he was injured the first year. We still went to the finals. I mean, he wasn't Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant and Dennis Rodman. You know what I'm saying? And every team he went to, they immediately were final contenders. I mean, every single one. That's just, Michael Jordan couldn't do that, I don't think. I mean, even when he he went to the Wizards, that shit just.
Wow.
So it's a good argument. I mean, it's a fair argument to say that LeBron might be better. He makes the team better when he gets there. So it's a fair argument, I think. Oops. that one was an accident.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm just saying I was watching. I thought, well, that's a pretty fair argument to make. I mean, that he really did make everybody around him better instantly, and it was, like Booby Gibson. I mean, Booby Gibson. You don't even know who that is anymore. You know what I mean?
But you gotta look at.
And what's his name now that he's not out playing with LeBron? Is
It was way
homeless.
rougher back then, though, for sure, 100%.
That the teams were, yeah, but that only I think works to LeBron's advantage.
How?
Because he's stronger, bully. He's a bully. I mean, he's bigger and stronger than Michael Jordan by 10 times. He's just strong. He's strong. I mean, have you ever stood next to LeBron?
No.
I've been within 10 feet of him, and I'm going to tell you what, that's a man. Like, back then, he was like 18, 19 years old. That was a man-child. Like, he looked like, those built, stocky little like Stevie, like how but he was 6'8". I mean, but he looked like a short, stocky guy, the way he was built, He was a man-child, for sure.
I don't watch enough basketball to...
Yeah, I mean, he was. I think that people always make that argument. Oh, the league was tougher and blah blah blah. But I think that works in his advantage. I think he was stronger and bigger than LeBron or than Jordan. I think he could force his way through where LeBron or Jordan was a finesser and he would
Everybody
switch hands and stuff.
Compares how they beat it at the same time. They're not at the same time. It's two different things.
No, it's too hard to try and figure it out. I mean, but if they say, well, but Jordan got 6 championships or whatever. Well, if that's what we're going by, then he's not the GOAT either. That goes to Bill Russell because he's got 10. You know what I mean? It I don't know. I don't know. But it was a good argument that I heard, and I was like, yeah, that's a fair assessment. To me, though, you still look at Jordan, or just he wasn't gonna lose. Like, Jordan was gonna find a way regardless. I think if Jordan at his peak and LeBron at their peak meet in the finals, Jordan wins. He finds that way to win. You know what I mean? He just does. I just feel like he's got that in him.
Kind of contradicted what you just said, though.
I said the guy had a good argument. I said, to me, Jordan is still the GOAT. I said the guy had a good argument. To me, it's Jordan. I mean, I just feel like he's just not going to lose unless he wants to. But LeBron, it was a good argument. I mean, it was a good, fair argument.
Well, LeBron played a lot longer, right?
Oh yeah, he's played a lot longer. Well, Jordan took 2 years off in the middle, plus he went to college ahead of time. You know what I mean?
Right. So
I mean, that's
saying a lot right there.
Right. That's 5 years right there. You know what I mean? That's 5-6 years already, and he played. And now LeBron's older than he was when he played too. So
yeah. So I don't know.
I'd like to see it 1-on-1 though. Right now, they're both kind of old. Let them play 1-on-1 right now.
Jordan, he got too much money.
Nah, he's still out there golfing every day. He ain't got no issue golfing.
That ain't dunking. That's golfing.
Yeah, LeBron ain't dunking like he was either, though. He ain't coming up with authority like that like he was. I mean, he's kind of, you could see it's a little rougher for him to get up in the air anymore. You could tell.
But I swear he looks bigger every year.
Who, LeBron?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. When I seen him the first time I seen him, I was just like, wow. I couldn't believe, all those guys, when you see them, if you get close to anybody, like Nick Chubb or any of those guys, they look big. But LeBron was just something different. That's just a big ass strong. He looks like a skinny guy, but he's not.
You're looking at him on TV and shit. Then when you stand next to them people, they're huge.
Oh, man. Yeah, Nick Chubb looks small out there on the NFL football field, but in real life, he's a monster. I mean,
Did you see this?
You got Haslage on today?
Yeah.
You're doing Haslage and Dynatech?
I'm waiting for Fleming.
Fleming still ain't came through.
He ain't brought me my shirts.
Yeah, what is that about?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. That's funny.
No.
I'm going to say Fleming isn't one of the sheep. One of the people you got following you, just handing you out shirts.
Yeah, I need some shirts. Brian got to get with his boss some more shirts. Put some more shirts.
More shirts?
Yeah.
I think I've seen them in here.
I've had them before.
You have?
Mhm.
And you still don't wear them here?
I don't have them anymore.
Why? What'd you do with them?
Man, that was years ago.
Oh, I see. How long do you hold on to shirts? I got shirts from like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
We're just doing that because I did the bedroom, you know?
Uh,
And there's just not as much, like, that. There's just not enough room for all the shit I got. Like, because I just never get rid of clothes. Like, because they just, and they just don't go bad. I could always wear them for work. That's how I look at it, you know? Like,
and
I
you're
could
like,
wear
got
it for
too
work.
much work clothes.
Yeah, and I ain't doing no work, so
Right.
what's the point?
It's like I got all the McConnell shirts. I got tons of them.
Yeah, we've been going through like trying to figure it out, like what I'm gonna keep and what and it's like I got shit from. I've got shit from a long time ago. I've got shirts that are probably, I bet you, 25 years old. Yeah.
See, that thing with McConnell, I don't even know what really happened there. But they're shut down now. But ECI bought that company.
ECI bought them?
I think so.
Oh, really? So they have that
That's where
plant
Daryl
now?
works. Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So did he just buy out or did he get closed down?
I think he got closed down. They rented that building. And then they even took the plant out of it. The concrete plant. They took it out of there. And then some other guy rented it and put in another plant.
Oh, really?
The guy from ECI, I guess.
Huh.
So it's going.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's where Daryl works.
Kyrie didn't win the game. Come on now.
Who said that?
Brian Rowe. He sounds like my brother Angel. He does that too. He says it's Kyrie. Kyrie didn't win that game. You know who won that game? In all honesty, who actually won that game was actually Kevin Love. Kevin Love defended Steph Curry. He was on him.
Oh yeah.
He was on him. Steph Curry
Shut
was
him down. Yeah.
Oh, he shut him down. Dude, the odds of that. You know what he had to dig down in to be able to defend him?
You put clearly.
Huh? He made the three. The three did. That's
one.
But that wasn't that. It was the defense that won the game. The defense at the end of the game is what stopped it, because Steph Curry was. He's like, what's he shoot? I forget, like 60% or something. It's crazy. Number 1 3-point shooter of all time.
Yeah, I remember that. Love shut him down.
Love shut him down. That was it. That was it. That was the game winner. With how many minutes left on the clock, Brian? Come on. What are you, a flat earther? I saw something the other day that said that they think that Kyrie Irving has the best ball handling skills of all time. I go, are you out of your fucking mind? You're gonna. What about Allen Iverson? Did people forget about Allen Iverson? Allen Iverson? Come on.
Yeah, he quit too soon, man.
Allen Iverson?
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. It was because he didn't want to go to practice.
Practice?
Practice? I'm talking about practice.
Yeah.
Practice?
Yeah.
It's just practice.
What was it? His friend passed away, and he was all upset.
I don't know. He went broke, and then now he's. I guess. I don't know what the deal is. He spent all his money. Like, he made a lot of money. He spent it all and was completely broke for a minute. But I guess because the Reebok deal he has, like a lifetime deal or something, it's like saved his ass or something.
Yeah, he has a certain amount every 5 years or something.
Something, yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. But yeah,
That actually saved him.
Yeah, he gets a big chunk every once in a while.
But that's what they claim. That's what they said. That's what somebody was arguing.
Look
He has
at
the
Brian.
best ball handling skills of all time.
That's what Brian says.
No. Over Allen Iverson? Come on. Allen Iverson was... how tall was he? He was smooth. He was little. He broke Jordan's ankles right when he came in. He was just... He had mad crazy
What's
skills.
that old Cavs coach where he stepped over him?
What are you talking about?
Remember the Cavs coach when he was playing and Iverson fucking just steps over him? That was like the famous...
I don't remember it,
basketball.
no.
What?
I don't remember what you're talking about. I don't remember what you're talking about, but I still got to give it to Iverson. I'm talking about Iverson dribbling in the lane, being like 5'2",
Oh, yeah.
and just amongst trees and pulling it off. You know what I mean? Oh, Lenny Wilkins. Yeah, I do remember that. The Lenny Wilkins. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I forget. Lenny Wilkins was yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. But yeah, Allen Iverson was kind of a dick, I guess,
Was he?
for doing that. Yeah. But he played in a rough spot, dude. That Philadelphia is hard to play for. They're like it's worse than Cleveland, dude. Like you're like you could be up by 10 and have 2 bad runs and they'll start booing you. They don't give a shit, dude. They're raw, man. They don't give a shit. You could just have won them a championship and be down, lose your first 2 games the next season, you're getting booed. They don't give a shit. They just don't.
Cleveland got some fans, boy. Them fucking Brown fans are loyal shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they get fed up. Everybody gets fed up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Kyrie don't have the best hand. I think you know what Kyrie's good. I mean, he is one of the best. He's definitely top 5. I'll give him top 5, but I'm not gonna say he's the best. He might even be top 3. I mean, he does have some mad skills. There's no question. But I ain't gonna compare not to Allen Iverson. I mean, this man was a midget and winning scoring titles. And you know what I mean? Yeah. That's in a game of trees.
You see that thing with him? He's like, that wasn't even a sport. He wanted to play football.
That would probably have been great at it, actually.
Shit, he was badass at football.
Most of them are. I think that they say like it takes a lot more athleticism to actually play football. Believe it or not, it's what they say. I find it hard to believe. I find it hard to believe, but they say it does. Like. That's what they say.
Basketball, you're constantly running up and down that court, constantly.
That they're saying that LeBron wouldn't let anyone shoot. Why are you hating on LeBron, Brian? He got you a championship, the only one in your lifetime, and you're gonna hate on him. You Pittsburgh Steeler fan, fucker.
He still probably got that leather coat.
You better leave our hometown boy alone. But yeah, everybody. Yeah, a lot of people like got mad because he left. Did you get mad when he left, Brian, or are you mad at him? Did you not like him when he was here, or did you just get salty when he left? That's what I want to know. That's where I'm curious of, because I mean, I don't know. He does have issues. There's no question. Watt was robbed again. Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. I just passed over it. He's a bitch for leaving, for sure. He's mad because he left. I agree. He shouldn't have left. I agree with that. I think it was...
You think they'd have got back-to-back?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, he was at the finals no matter what every year. He was going to the finals every year. He was making it. It was just that he just couldn't get over that hump, like, where he would, you know what I mean, until he went to Miami with the big boys, and then he came back, and I don't know, man. I mean, that no, I don't think they would have. No, I really don't. I mean, they brought Durant in so that he couldn't, you know. But he didn't get back-to-back. They played the next year. Golden State lost. But Durant that's why they brought Durant in. Because the argument was what Golden State felt was that it took them so much to go through Kevin Durant that they were exhausted by the time they got to the finals. So they brought Kevin Durant on with them so that it'd be easier to get to the finals. Because that team that we beat that year, he shouldn't have wore the wine and gold. And that was bad, yeah. The decision was horrible. That was bad. It was the big spectacle. Did you see that, or did you know about that?
I don't know about it.
When he decided to leave, when he said he did a whole big thing on ESPN, everything to make his decision announced, which would have been fantastic if he said, "I'm staying in Cleveland for life," like Kobe Bryant did when he said, "I'm a Laker for life." That's acceptable. But what he did instead was he does this big spectacle and said, "I'm taking my talents to South Beach." You know what I mean? And that just pissed everyone off. It really did. I was amongst them. I'm not saying I wasn't. I was just as mad.
It's not what he did, it's how he did it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if he would have decided to go, I guess that's one thing. It's a different day and age now. Like when Jordan was in, I think it was different than it is today. Now they build these super teams. You know, even when LeBron was playing at that point, when he was playing in Cleveland, you had Miami was great. Cleveland was great. Boston had just basically took in any superstar they could to turn them into a super team. So they started building these like super teams. And Golden State's another one that did it when they brought in Kevin Durant. They did it to beat LeBron. You know, the super teams. They didn't do that back in the day. Not super teams. Like you would bring in somebody like Dennis Rodman, who was with the Pistons, and you respect his talent. You bring him in and he could help you as a rebounder. But it's not like you went out and got Larry Bird or Magic Johnson to come join you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just different. It was not, I don't know, it was just different.
Stacking the decks.
Yeah. And Magic had AIDS by then too, so he couldn't have done that anyway. But yeah, Boston was building a big team. Yeah. I mean, so it was a different time. LeBron was in a different time where super teams were being built, basically. So if you were going to get a championship, you were going to have to go be part of a super team in his mind. I'm not saying it's true. I think he could have done it on his own if he would have just stuck with it. You know what I mean?
Because they would have came to him. You know what I'm saying?
Because he had some of that in LeBron. Like I remember, and Brian, if Brian's that big of a basketball fan, I'm sure he remembers. Game 5 when we played Detroit, the first year we went to the finals. We played them, and Detroit was tough back then. That was Detroit back then. You had like Rasheed Wallace and Ben Wallace and Rip Hamilton, and I mean they were just nasty. And we come into Game 5 in Detroit, and LeBron just decided, I'm not fucking losing today. Like, he just flat out decided, dude. And it was insane. It was one of the most, I mean, literally the Detroit Pistons, which was the strongest, most defensive-minded team out there at the time. They were just, you did not just do what you wanted at will. And literally, LeBron is walking in there with Rip Hamilton, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, and just taking it to the hoop every time, and nobody's stopping him. Nobody. I mean, nobody. He dunked on Rasheed. Like, it was absolutely one of the most memorable performances I've ever seen in my life. I actually went and bought a T-shirt, and I have it at home now, actually. I should wear it on one of the podcasts. That with LeBron dunking on Rasheed, actually. Like, he literally is like dunking right on Rasheed. It was great. It was one of the greatest performances ever. And then Boobie Gibson went off for the Game 6 and actually got us in the finals, where we lost to San Antonio. But I think that was one of those things too where I think you were exhausted by then. Like, even Game 6, LeBron wasn't up for it. Boobie Gibson stepped up and did it, you know. But that was one of my favorite games of all time of watching, you know, like with LeBron. But anyways, I don't know how we got so on LeBron like that. But yeah, Brian, quit hating on him. Forgive. Don't hold on to all that anger. You know, there's no reason to. You know, you just let it go, relax, and enjoy life. There's no reason to hate somebody who's given you a championship.
Just remember the panty wall.
Yeah. Go back to the panty wall. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know I forget what else I wanted to talk about too. On top of that, you got my notes over there. I don't remember what it was.
You can't remember something.
Yeah, my mind is. I don't think I remember right. You know, I think I picked my nose too much.
Maybe touch your brain.
No, did you see that? It was a real thing. I swear to God, they're saying that dementia is higher, a lot higher, in people who pick their nose.
Oh, God.
That's what they say. What's that about? So now you can't pick your nose, even in private?
Hey, they're saying not to the second digit. That's why. They'll go to the second or third digit. God, you ever see somebody their fingers so far up there? You're like, man, I hope he's got like a half a finger or something.
Oh, Wade, that used to work for me. You remember Wade? Oh my God, dude. He would be in the middle of the job site, knuckle deep. I mean, just right in the middle of the job site. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
It was horrible, man. It was like, what are you doing, dude? I mean, it was bad. But I mean, you know, we all pick our nose, you know what I mean, a little bit. Everybody does. But now, every time you see somebody who forgets something, you think, man, that mother picking his nose. There's no in private no more.
Yeah. They're catching you on camera down in the kitchen and shit. Nah, I'm just kidding.
You don't even need it. You just know that they're dumb. Like they can't remember. Oh, okay. He's a nose picker.
Yeah. He went too far, touched his brain.
For Pete's sake!
That yeah, just these cameras, they catch everything. You better go in the restroom.
Yeah, that's the new girl was shocked because I was down there cooking yesterday and I took my iPad and I just put the cameras up while I was cooking, you know, and she's like,
Oh, so you always see me on my phone?
she goes, that's what you do? I go, yeah, that's what I do. What do you mean? But I mean, my memory though, honestly, is it's not that good. I don't know. I think I did pick it too much. Maybe. It's possible. I love a good pick, man. You get that good one that just comes out and it just makes you feel so much better.
Hey,
I mean, I ain't saying I don't wash my hands afterwards.
my
But
friend's he was his daughter when she was a little girl. His brother-in-law or whatever, they wasn't married, but you know, his brother-in-law. He would pick his nose all the time. So when they
in front of people?
Yeah, just pick his nose. He still does. So then his daughter goes, he grabs his daughter and, you know, his brother-in-law was there and he goes, here, go to Uncle Boogie. Oh my God, they call him Boogie now.
Uncle Boogie.
Go to Uncle Boogie. Oh shit.
That's bad.
He was bad.
That is bad. That's gross.
The problem is it's stuck. You know how a stupid nickname will stick? Oh, that one stuck.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not the nickname you want to stick. That's definitely not the one you want to stick.
Stinky, or you know, what's a bad nickname?
Yeah, what's the worst nickname that you ever heard of? That's pretty bad.
Stinky.
Stinky? You know somebody named Stinky?
No.
I knew a kid named Stinker. Does that count?
I don't know.
I mean, his mom named him that. But, parents kind of name their kids Stinker. You know what I mean? Like, they call him that or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's that would be the worst one, though, you think, Stinky?
I don't know.
I mean, the worst one you ever heard. Like, what's the worst nickname you've ever heard?
I don't know.
I mean, Snoopy Dog's pretty bad, right? Snoop Dogg? His grandma called him that. I'm guessing because she thought he looked like a dog. He kind of does.
He probably didn't get that till he was older.
No, it's his grandma called him that. His grandma gave him that when he was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
That came from his childhood for sure. For sure it did. That's pretty bad, I think. I mean, it's turned out to be great for him. I mean, that's who he is now as a person, but
Yeah, I don't even know what his real name is.
I don't either.
Probably nobody does.
No, I think I seen something not too long ago that said what his real name is. There's a couple of them I've seen their real name lately.
Yeah.
What was the one? I just seen it yesterday too. Ah, damn it.
Like Biggie. What was his name?
I don't remember. I don't know, but they do have his real
Tupac
name.
was really his name, isn't it?
I don't think so. It might have been. It could have been. His mom was a hippie, right?
She was like a Black Panther or something.
Yeah, hippie. Same thing.
I don't know. But yeah, there's some weird nicknames.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good question. I think Boogie is not the nickname you want. That's got to be the worst one you've heard.
Nah, I've heard that one a lot though.
Boogie?
Yeah.
Like you've met a lot of people that call him Boogie? They call him
when
Boogie?
they're little, not when they get bigger.
I didn't know no little. Not Boogie. Well, maybe. You might be right now that you say that. Now that you say that, you might be right about that. That could be.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, the worst nickname possible. Hands? That could be a good big one.
What's the weirdest tattoo you ever seen?
The weirdest tattoo?
Or the funniest?
My mom, she's got a turtle on her face. I mean, that's kind of up there. I mean, it's pretty up there.
I asked the tattoo artist. I said, "What was the funniest tattoo you ever put on somebody?" They said, "Harder on somebody's neck."
Harder? No, I know what it is now. I know. Well, yeah, I know exactly what it is. There was a girl. It was Tara's friend, Hassan's daughter. She was a stripper, and she had on her stomach. She had "Hit It Like a Champ" tattooed on her stomach. That was I mean, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's pretty trashy.
I mean, could you imagine, like, right now, like, I mean, when I was a kid, did you ever shower with your mom when you were a kid?
No.
When you were little? I did. And Dylan has when Amanda was...
Maybe when I was teeny, I don't remember.
That's what I'm saying. You're little, but, I mean, hopefully not old enough to read. If it says hit it like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I think about. Like, I mean, I probably showered with my mom older than I needed to. Like, I remember being in a shower with my mom still.
Yeah, because she got a turtle on her.
No. She didn't have a turtle then. It was a carnation then.
Carnation, yeah.
It was a carnation, and then she covered that up with a rose, and then now it's a turtle.
It was originally what?
A carnation. It was just a little tiny thing when she first got it. Then she covered that big rose. The rose was beautiful. It had lots of color and stuff in it, and then it faded out. And then when she redid it, she did the turtle. And it had a lot of color to it, too, the turtle. But... yeah, it's pretty weird. That's weird, but it's not. Honestly, if I gotta say it, it's not. Now that I think about it, it's not the weirdest. The weirdest was one of my drywall hangers had tribal on his forehead.
Wow. Yeah.
He had literally tribals right across his forehead.
You know, that's funny. When we was younger, that was like rare to have something on your face.
Yeah, now it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere now. But the dude that had the tribal on his forehead came to our cookout, company cookout.
Brian said he remembers the rose.
Does he remember? No, you remember the carnation probably, Brian. That's probably, she didn't get the rose till we moved from the east side. So you've probably seen them both. But what was I saying? Oh, the guy with the tribal. He comes to the company cookout. We had it at the house when we lived over there on Albrecht with the in-ground pool. And he comes over, he goes in the pool swimming. He puts floaties on his arms. The guy with the tribal on his forehead. I swear to God. True story. Yeah. He's in the pool with the floaties. I'm like, what the hell, dude? And he's like 30 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. Too much.
That's too much.
You don't like them?
No.
Whatever.
But
I gotta stop. We gotta get a more stable table because whenever you watch the videos, every time I laugh, it's all bouncing everywhere.
Yeah, I see it now.
That's not cool. My fat ass just
So when's Brian
bouncing
gonna
the table.
come up here?
Yeah, Brian, when you coming up and going on?
You guys can argue about sports.
Come up there live. Anyways, I can't remember what else I had. I had other stuff though that I wanted to talk about.
Take it.
I wanted to just real quick. I just want to look at my notes and then you could have it back. I just want to see what I had on my notes. I really don't remember what it was. I didn't forget my phone.
You forgot to put you on your list.
I don't know how do I get that back up now. There it is right there. All right. I seen what's on my list, and guess what? I think I covered it all. I did remember. Maybe I didn't pick my nose too much. We're not going to come up with better fit. Is that going to be our question then for the show then?
What?
What's the worst nickname you've ever heard?
Nah.
No?
No.
You don't like that question?
Why is Brian asking that?
What's he asking?
Where was you guys last night?
I was at home. Why? Oh, was he up here last night? Did you come up last night for steak and crab legs?
What's that got to do with him?
I might have been. I don't know when they came. I don't know. If they may have came when I was here. That's possible.
I saw his wife at the grocery store last week.
Yeah, they may have came when I was here. I was in the back cooking up until probably, I don't know, probably like 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. So I was here pretty late.
Yeah, I was surprised when I called you. You were still in the kitchen.
Well, what happened was the kitchen was going fine, and then all of a sudden he just got a bunch. No, 10 hours at home. He got a bunch all at one time. They all came in, and I just hurried up and jumped in with them and helped them out real quick just to catch them up. It was just a bunch of to-goes and, going to town. But, I mean, it was, all in all, it was pretty good. He just had a bunch of carry-outs and stuff. He's doing really good.
The question was, when is Brian coming up here? And then he went and done all this. What does that mean?
Where was we at last night? That's what his response to that.
That's an answer. That's his answer.
Yeah, what the hell is with this guy?
Oh, there we go.
I'm on thin ice.
Loser.
That might be my favorite one right there.
Loser.
Trump saying loser. That might be my favorite of them all. That definitely might be my favorite
I don't
one.
do TV. Well, that's good because it ain't TV, it's internet.
Yeah, right. What do you mean you don't do TV? It adds 10 pounds. I've got 4 TVs on me right now. Yeah, screw that.
It does, though, because I look at myself, I'm like, damn, I'm that fat.
It does, yeah. It definitely adds weight. I don't know how that does. How does it do that, though? I don't get it.
I don't know. We need them carnival mirrors is what we need. It stretches you out.
Yeah, we need to, edit the videos, shrink them in when we do them. Get it all shrinked in.
Yeah, hey, that's another thing. We know a lot of girls and stuff, and you see them on Facebook, they don't look nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? All them damn filters and shit. That's a false advertisement.
Yeah, false advertisement is exactly what
crazy.
it is.
You're like, damn well you don't look like that.
We had
You didn't look like that 20 years ago.
We had Tipsy up here yesterday.
Who's that?
My puppy.
Oh yeah, I see.
So did you see this sweatshirt he had on? She had on. She had a hoodie on, and it said, "No filters needed. I'm really this cute."
Yeah, some of these girls, boy. Woo.
Yeah, they're like,
Look at. Yeah. You're trying to run.
you see him on Facebook.
Yeah.
Then they walk in. You're like,
You meet him somewhere and you're like, that ain't the same picture.
"Who the hell are you?"
Yeah. Well, I better start wearing some black.
To thin you out.
Yeah.
Well, you sit so far back. If you look at the cameras, I look so much bigger. I'm literally just chest up. You're like your whole waist, everything's in.
I like being like that.
Way back like that, relaxed. But I don't have a way to zoom that camera that way.
I don't care.
It would be cool if I could zoom the camera in. Then it would be it would just look more equal. You know what I mean? It would just look even when you're on there. Because now it looks like this, like it's, you know what I mean?
Like you're interviewing me?
Fiddlesticks.
Huh?
Like you're interviewing me? You're the host and I'm getting interviewed?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Where's my glasses?
All right. You can play with that offline.
What do you mean? That's just fun online. What do you mean? Everybody likes it except you.
And
Loser.
Brian don't like it. Brian said don't do it again.
No, he didn't. Let me see.
He didn't say nothing.
He said black and yellow. How gay. It's like the worst two colors. I always thought, I always hated brown and orange, the bronze colors. They're just not great colors.
And that's another thing.
But they're no black and yellow.
I don't know why the Browns never changed their outfits. A lot of other teams did.
What do you mean? They've changed their outfits? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the uniform, just something on it, like maybe a dog on it or something.
Yeah, they've talked about it.
Yeah.
Like the helmet not having a logo or whatever.
Yeah, not just plain.
It's tradition, though. I mean, that's their thing. They don't have a logo. Their logo is their helmet, just orange and white, just how it is.
Yeah.
Just like the Steelers. You know the Steelers, the reason that they have a logo only on one side, you know that's originally just from being a cheap ass? That's true story.
For real?
That's
Cost
true
too much
story.
to put it on the other side?
Yeah, it was cheaper to
I'm
put
sure that
put
ain't
it
the
on one
case now.
side. No, it's not the case now, but
Now it's tradition.
yeah, now it's tradition, but it literally is because they were too cheap to put it on both sides. That's a true story.
No, probably is. That's probably why the Browns don't have nothing.
Look up the Color Rush Browns shit. Color Rush Brown shit. Look up the Color Rush Brown shits. Okay, I'll look that up after I get offline. The Color Rush Brown shit. I don't know what that means. Well, maybe when I Google it, I'll know.
But they did come up with some nice, like, dog things and the elves. Those were pretty cool.
Well, I mean, the Elf, I guess, has been around. I guess that's a remake of something that was here years ago. I guess that was like years ago there was an Elf and they brought it back. I guess. Originally, that was one of the, like, when they originally talked about putting a logo on there, that was one they were going to put on there, considering, I guess, was Brownie the Elf. Maybe not as cool looking as he looks now, but.
Well, I think it was the original ones I kind of liked, too.
The dog, though, is just awesome because of the dog pound. I mean, the dog pound is just
they
pretty
kind of made
awesome.
that. The fans made that up themselves.
Yeah, in the 80s, like during the Kosar era or whatever, like they just, that was when they were, it was great. Yeah, that shit is nice. The brown shit.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of this guy, Steelers fans. We can't. We should block him.
Loser.
All right, we need a question though. What's the question going to be?
I don't know.
You don't know what it's going to be? What are you doing now?
Look at Brian shit. I don't know. What do you got coming up?
Well, it's a lot of Lent right now. Fish fries every Friday. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the fish fries on Friday and move the steak over to Saturday, because a lot of people don't want to give up on the steak. They're like, oh, but you're not gonna do steaks on Fridays. So I think I'm gonna move them to Saturday. We'll do them on Saturdays, and still keep the fish fry going on Friday. And then I think after Lent, then I think we'll put it back on Friday.
Made it Monday.
Huh?
Oh.
What did he say? Wait till Monday.
No, he said it when you're making pastelillos. I said I did it Monday.
Oh.
You missed the
Pastelillos. Pastelillos. That's funny. That's the most white way you could ever spell pastelillo. For sure. I mean, that's like that. That's the worst.
Look at Brian. You got box number one fan.
That was as white as you could get, Mike. That was pretty white.
Yeah. We had some Monday, Mike. You missed it.
Yeah, we had some Monday. We should make some more.
Those
we
are
could never make enough of those.
Those are
Talk and text. No, it ain't. Don't lie. That's a good cover up.
Yeah, we made some. I just made a bunch for like just us and stuff. Monday.
That was. He's like, oh, it was talk to text. That's what it was. Yeah. That was talk to text.
Hey, that noise machine's gonna come up missing. What about that one? That one got any good ones?
This one has the applause. I like this one. This one's cool. This one right here. This is a nice opening sound.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that one.
No, that's a good beat. It's got lightning.
All right, let's get out of here.
We need a question.
What's the question?
What's the stupid? I said I think it should be this. What's the stupidest nickname you've ever heard?
You ever heard or?
Yeah, that you know of. What's the stupidest nickname you know of?
I like the. Did we do the tattoo one before?
I don't remember. I don't know. What do you want it to be? What's the worst tattoo?
Yeah, that's kind of.
Send pictures of the worst tattoo.
Send pictures?
Yeah, I mean, they can comment on the Facebook, so they can just do a picture of the worst tattoo.
You know, I was talking to a girl the other day at the bar, and she said she had a bad tattoo on her neck, and then she had, nice ones. And then I was like, she said she was going to get it fixed, and then she's like, but I don't want to because it reminds her of the time, and she had a great time that day. So she's like, I kind of want to leave it like that.
Give me 1 second. I gotta pee. I'm gonna piss myself.
Why don't you turn this off?
I would have, but I couldn't. You started telling another story.
When you get old, your bladder don't hold like it used to.
All right. That was the longest piss ever. All right. So we're doing worst tattoo, you said?
Whichever one you want.
You want them to put pictures, or you just want us to describe it?
Well, no, because it's funnier. Because if like they probably ain't got it, but if they had known about it, they could just say what it was. You know what I'm saying? Those would be funnier.
Okay. All right. The worst one that you've ever that you know about?
When you was in the bathroom, I said, oh, when you get older, you can't hold that bladder. And Mike he picked his nose too hard.
Right? Had to have, right? It has to be what it is.
All right. Put on whatever you want.
What do you mean?
On that question.
Well, back in my day,
It doesn't even reply with.
Yeah, you said I'm old. Back in my day.
well, back in my day,
Okay.
when I was your age, we didn't have phones.
It's like you when you're driving. That's the only reason I even put Grandpa on for the next time you talk about
I did forget
driving
my
the speed
phone.
limit.
Oh yeah, I do drive the speed limit.
Oh yeah, you did forget your phone.
Forget it.
Yeah, you're right. You forgot your phone. What's the worst? What that would be a good one. What about like forgetting your phone story? There's got to be some people left them on their tailgate and shit like that, right?
Yeah, I done it.
You've left it on your tailgate?
Yeah.
Did it fuck up the phone?
Yeah, I come around the corner, and I seen it fall out the mirror. Just so happened when I turned the corner, I seen it fall. So I was like, shit. So I pulled over and started running back to get it, and a car came and ran it over.
Right in front of you?
Yeah, I think that motherfucker did it on purpose.
I had one on my tailgate, and I went from Home Depot to my house on Albrecht when I lived on Albrecht.
It was still there.
It was still sitting on I'm like, where the hell's my phone? And it's sitting on it. I'm like, that's not possible. I was all the way at Home Depot.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've done that shit, man. I think I done it twice. Once I dropped one off my motorcycle. I was going down the road, and I was flying down 57. And I felt it like falling, and I went to catch it too late. And I look over, it's sliding next to me and shit. I pulled over, got it, and there was nothing wrong. It was a couple scratches, but it was all right.
Really? The lens stayed good and everything?
Yeah. And
Was it in an OtterBox?
No, it wasn't. That's why I was surprised.
Wow.
But that was the old phones where they were good. Not the big ones like this.
As big as the motorcycle?
Yeah, as big
with
as
a
the bike,
backpack?
It was leaning the bike while I was... What was the first phone you had? How big was it? Was it one of them?
I had a bag phone. My first one was a bag phone, yeah. My first cell phone was a bag phone, and that was like in 92. It was a bag cell phone, which you basically was it for in the car. But you only could use it like, I can't
And it
remember.
probably costed a
Yeah, I think you
shitload.
only had like 20 minutes for like $180 a month or
Yeah,
something like
something
that. It was
stupid.
crazy.
You know, I had one of them ones that connected in the car. I bought a car. It had it in it. I didn't put it in there. It was never on, but it was in there for a little bit.
So you was like looking cool, but
Yeah, I
you
pick it up
were
and
just
act like
pick it
I
up
was
and
on.
act like you was talking.
Yeah.
That's funny. No, I had the bag phone. In fact, I had that in the closet up until recent. Like I don't even know. I might have had it at this house in the closet. Maybe it might still be in the closet. I don't
Look,
know.
when I was in Louisiana, that shit was so popular for them 70s parties and stuff.
You keep saying that, but
It was
70s
crazy.
didn't have cell phones. You said that last time too.
I don't know what era it was. It was disco era.
Discos were 70s, 80s too.
Yeah,
A
that's
little
what I'm
bit of the
saying. It was in
80s.
the
A little
70s.
bit of the 80s.
Okay, 70, 79. Okay. But anyways, they had them parties, and they would take them big phones, and then get a regular phone, a cheap one, and then somebody would wire it in where it worked, and that was like one of the big things at the parties and shit.
I think that I saw a thing where they sell those now that are Bluetooth, where you can connect them. Like they kind of work like your Apple Watch, but it's
that
like
makes
a phone.
sense, though.
Yeah, I think I saw something.
Them parties
about that.
were huge, man.
Yeah, well, it didn't do nothing here.
Nah.
That's all I'm saying.
Brian still got them clothes, big old collars and shit.
Who?
Brian, he still wears them. I'm just kidding.
Butterfly collars?
Yeah, big old butterfly collar.
Butterfly collars?
He said silver spoon.
Silver spoons. Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
With the train?
Yeah.
That train was cool as fuck, man. We thought that was the coolest shit ever.
We go through his whole house.
Yeah, he'd come back. Yeah, that was the coolest thing. He was like a rich kid.
A rich spoiled brat.
Yeah, but you know the thing is, that
Ricky
kid,
Schroeder.
yeah, that kid in that show, like in Silver Spoons, that was the spoiled brat, had less than our kids do today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're watching a show of somebody with a lot less than our kids did growing up, and he was spoiled brat. Our kids had all this shit. There's nothing they didn't have. Those trains and shit, those are easy now. You get those. Yeah. The big ass. When I think of big ass phone, I don't think of Silver Spoons. I think of Saved by the Bell. That's what I think of. Zach Morris, the Zach Morris telephone. That to me is what more, not silver. I don't remember even Silver Spoons having a big cell phone, did they?
I don't remember.
I'm sure they did. They were rich asses, for sure.
I don't even remember any of them episodes. It's been so long.
Silver
After-
Spoon? No, God, I don't remember
What
any of
happened?
them either. But I know that they didn't have a better life than my kids did. Right now, I know that.
Man,
My kids was
Like I
were
said, I try to
pretty
watch some
spoiled
of
by
that.
comparison to that.
try to watch some of them old shows you used to watch. They're horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, some of them are pretty bad.
What was a recent one I tried to watch? I don't know. I went with my friends. He was watching Knight Rider. I was like, hell no.
Oh, that's horrible now.
It's bad.
Yeah, with
Real
his
bad.
his light going
Yeah.
back and forth.
It's so
Oh, get
generic.
out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And the
absolutely horrible.
Special effects are so horrible. And you're like, back then, you just thought that was the shit.
Oh yeah, the car talked.
Yeah.
That was cool.
It would jump shit.
I remember Eddie Murphy did a scene. I think it's Eddie Murphy. Yeah, Eddie Murphy. I think did a stand up, and he was talking about like if the cars talked in the ghetto. You remember that? That was pretty funny. He was like, "Somebody stole your radio. I say we go get them motherfuckers." Shit like that. It was pretty funny. All right, so I guess that'll be the tattoo thing. We'll do that. Sounds like a winner to me.
There you go.
Tattoo thing, or you know what we should do? We should have everybody go through Brian's comments. Like what that should be our question. Like, and rate. Like, you know how they do on the different things now where they, what is that called? Where they fact check it. We should fact check all Brian's shit after the show, because he just be throwing shit out there, and I'm not sure he's 100% right about it.
And you can't check them right now.
All right. Well, let's get out of here. I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I have no idea yet.
I might go in the kitchen and experiment again.
What do you mean?
I'm going to cook something.
What are you going to cook?
I got an idea.
Is pasta leaves in the thing? Because
No, it's too
that's
much.
what Mike wants.
What does Mike got to do with me?
He likes it. He likes it.
He should have been here Monday. He probably was.
He possibly was. He's probably still got a little bit in his mouth, like that remembrance that he wants some
Shit,
more
he
of
probably ain't had it in years.
it.
Yeah, probably a year.
Nah, it ain't been that long, I'm sure. Could just go get good ones. Mike, just go get good ones at Rainbows. Be done with
Yeah,
it.
do that.
Just get the good ones from Rainbows.
There you go.
All right. I
Saves
think
me a
I'm
lot
going
of
to do
work.
that today. I think I'm going to get Rainbows. I
There
think
you
I
go.
want that. Yeah, that sounds good.
Knock
All
yourself
right.
out.
I'm
Bye.
out.
Bye.
Peace.
Rainbows.
The good ones, you know.
Okay.
The good ones.
People probably all be like, yeah.